So, guys, this is my review for Hajime no Ippo Season 2, Episode 12. And with that, guys, let's dive right into this review of this episode. Title episode is called What It Means to Be a Pro. And as we saw in this episode, Ippo showed that. He showed that to the homie. And, Hammer, he did his thing. Like, Neo did his thing, right? He literally put Ippo in a jam, basically, like, because Ippo was basically desperate. He was desperate, like Takamura was saying. Like, he literally was desperate to finish the fight because, again, he was putting friendship over title, and eventually Ippo put it in his mind. He was able to actually put title over friendship. That, of course, did indeed occur towards the end of this fight. Um, but we did see the fact that, Hammer was able to put Ippo in a predicament where he needed to get his mind focused. There were, of course, throughout this fight, there were back and forths and knockdown here and there between the two. Like, things just occurred that that needed to kind of just set things in the right tone. Definitely for Ippo, because he has some more work to do. This is his second title defense. I thought it was his first, but at the moment I can't remember that first title defense. But I once they made this official that this was his second title defense, it was just like, he's still super early in his title reign as the featherweight champion. And he has work to do. And ultimately, Ippo was able to get this victory, and Hammer was able to seemingly seem like he was going to retire. Of course, his mother was in the stands; she was cheering him on and stuff like. Very definitely had these past memories popping up here and there, which was cool to see. But with that, I'm actually glad that Hammer decided to make the decision to not retire and just move forward in his career, just because this fight proved to him that he could get stronger. I mean, Ippo, put that in his mind, and then of course, Ippo was going to go and have the conversation with him, but Chief stopped him from doing that. He basically saying, like, how per this fight, there's no friendships, which I found that kind of interesting, though, that Chief would tell him not to go talk to Hammer, because technically Ippo has gone to pretty much a lot of the or at least a few of the fighters, these past few fights that he's had, where he's actually gone to their locker rooms and had conversations with them. Of course, visiting Date in the hospital, when he basically passed the torch to him. Like, to me, it seemed like, I want to say, Chief didn't have an issue with him doing that any other time, but now that he's the champ, he's just basically saying, like, you kind of need, is basically, to me, it felt like he was telling Ippo that he kind of needs to be, the have a hardened heart towards, his opponents. I guess to maybe motivate them to come back to get better, to challenge him for the title again another time. Maybe we'll see Hammer in the future in this second season, or in another season, in season 3. But ultimately, I just found it. I found it interesting that Chief had him do that. But again, like I said, I'm really glad that that Hammer did not retire, and that he's definitely moving forward with his career in this, after this fight. But again, like I said, Ippo, he got put through a bit of a test here with his close friend of his, and now he is basically prepping to prepare for his next title defense. Which could be anybody, and I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to his growth as a boxer. And again, like I said, hopefully Hammer will come back. What's to come next? I don't know. Gonna go check out episodes 13 and 14 to come soon, and then I will definitely put those up on the channel. But with that, guys, leave some comments in the comment section below. What did you all think of Hajime no Ippo season 2, episode 12. Let's talk about some things. But with that, I will hopefully talk to y'all next time with more Hajime no Ippo videos. Peace, guys.